crying every day into the camera. Like,
right.
It's like there must be someone interested in that kind of stuff because you still see people doing it. But
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I could not do that every day.
Right. That's just exhausting. Right. And
Yeah.
even if you have very good reason to be crying into a camera, like sometimes there's a really good reason to do that.
Yeah.
But I think what you're doing is just incredibly helpful and powerful because it allows so many people to learn more about it. And hopefully, like it reminds me of that clip from George Bush where he's like, just send your cash, right? Like where it's like that advocacy of like people want to send blankets, they want to send stuffed animals, just send cash. Like that's so real though. Like
I know.
because research,
I never know, like, how else to encourage people, but like, I mean, there's like two paths I think I send people down. One is like, I'm interested in making patients' lives better. That's like the patient care route. And that, could be like, there's still a need for money there, but I think there's avenues there where you can help. But then the research side, it's crazy how expensive everything is. Like, I think they told me it was like, I'm probably going to get this off by like a factor of 10, but I think they said it was 250 million to get a drug all the way through the pipeline. That could be 25 million. And either way, to me, that's like monopoly money. Like, I don't understand it once it hits a certain threshold. But so when people are like, how do we get closer? I'm like, just give money because there's not enough for the speed that they're going. Like, there clearly needs to be 100 times the amount of funding.
Yeah.
Because it's so slow. And until there's a ton of money and resources in this, like, nothing's going to change.
Right. And with those processes, so if they have trials going on and everything, can you sign up for multiple trials or do you have to just like pick one medication to try and that's the only one you have to try at a time? Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's a really good question because I didn't know anything about this before getting diagnosed. But you know what's crazy? I was diagnosed 4 years into symptoms. You can only join trials under 2 years of symptoms. So I was like, they were like, no, you can't do it.
Could you just be like, turns out I didn't have those symptoms.
My mom
was doing Pilates.
Then just lie. She was telling the doctor, change the date on the paper. Like, what are you doing? But I guess they can, like, legally, but
it's a crime, apparently.
Yeah, apparently she goes to jail. But no, that was crazy. Although, in hindsight, I think it was okay, just because my 4 years there were no trials that would have revolutionary.
Okay.
But I think in the future, the sooner people can get diagnosed, like, the better. But with these trials, the reason they do 2 years is because, like, they expect you to die between 2 and 5 years with ALS. Like, that's the thing. So they don't want someone to start a trial and not live through to the end because they need to collect all the data. It's so morbid talking about us like data points, but we're all willing to do it because, like, we know this could help the next generation of people.
Right.
So there are trials out there. I'm not eligible for any. Most people, I think it takes like a year to diagnose, so you got to like jump on it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I am able to do something called expanded access, or I don't know if it's called that or compassionate care. I think they're interchangeable terms, but they basically make certain trial medications available to anyone. So I can take it. My data just won't go into the trial data. So I'm not actually helping the trial. So I am on one now of this little purple drink that's, I guess, has gold fragments in it that's supposed to be helping me.
Oh.
I've been on it a year. I'm not turning gold.
Thank you so much for watching. Want more of Those Who Can't Do in your life? Well, you can watch the full episode right now. Just click on that little box over there. You see it? Right down there? There it is. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Okay, bye.